Aren't they lovely? They just arrived today, and that's from my good friends John and Tess, old school friends. Thank you so much. That's very generous of you. Uh, Bill here, still here. Update for you. The sun is shining. It's a beautiful day. I've just got back from my walk. Done a good mile very easily, not a problem at all. Yeah, I'm recovering a little bit better every single day. So had a lovely walk. I'm back now. I thought I'd do a little update for you because there's a little bit of news for early next week. And I'm going to start off with an apology. Richard, my son-in-law, you're absolutely right. That bed is the most uncomfortable bed in the world. I've been sleeping on this spare bed since I came out. It's got a memory foam mattress, which was almost brand new. It's rock hard. We've bought a memory topper since I've been sleeping on it. It's helped, but it's still not great. I suppose I'm not sleeping particularly well, actually, maybe because of that, and also because I've got to wear these pyjama top. I don't have to forever, I suppose, but for now I just feel I want a pyjama top to wear because I've got this bag now, and not that I'm not going to divulge too much about our bedroom arrangements, but I have moved out to the spare room whilst I get over the initial phase of recovery, and I don't want Helen to have to put up with me at the moment in my current state, and I'm wearing this pyjama top partly because I was a bit worried about leakages. Well, there hasn't been any at all, and also, I mean, I got one of those Kylie sheets. I think I told you to prevent leakages onto the mattress. Didn't need that either. There isn't. These bags are absolutely rock solid, secure. So it hasn't been a problem for me at all so far. But the bed is just very uncomfortable. The pain as well. Yeah, coupled with the pyjama top, which I'm not really used to wearing. I usually like to have sort of a free feeling, and I haven't got that now because it's got this pyjama top which keeps knotting up. You know, when you turn over it all sort of ends up back to front, and yeah, and plus the fact that I love sleeping on my front, and I can't do that at the moment, can I? Well, I'm not sure I'll ever be able to do it, but I've got to sort of get used to a different way of sleeping. Yeah, pain. I'm only taking the painkillers. I'm taking the max dose, like 4 times 2 tablets, so 8 tablets in a 24-hour period. I'm doing that every day at the moment, but I'm trying to save up at least 2 doses for the night time because that's when the pain is the most problematic for me. My backside's cramping, and that's where I'm finding the pain. It's like, you know, when you get that. Once at school, I landed between the high jump mats and I landed on my coccyx, and it feels like I've bruised all the way along there. That's causing a lot of discomfort, and also getting shooting pains up my backside. You know, you get that sometimes, it's like cramp. I get that quite a lot. So I guess that's all part of the recovery process, and yeah, it can make you wince a bit. Had the ERAS nurse out yesterday or the day before. Do you remember the early release after surgery team? Lime Rose, she's lovely. She came and changed my dressings again. I was hoping today was going to be the last day for the dressings, but I'm afraid 2 of them still remain. The appendix scar, that's a horizontal scar across my groin, and also I've got a drain site on my left-hand side. Those are both needing a little longer to heal, so they've been redressed. I'm hoping those will come off early next week. Waistbands of pants or underpants if you're in America. Yeah, on the appendix scar in particular, and the tracksuit bottoms I tend to be wearing most of the time now for comfort. Just resting on the appendix scar is a little bit painful too. I need to think of some way of keeping it off, keeping the waistband away from my appendix scar. And the only one I come up with is Viagra, but that was dismissed outright as an idea. I want to show you something actually. Yes, Clexane, because I have to keep going with my stockings, surgical stockings. For 28 days. I told you that after surgery. They're only knee length, it's not that bad, and they're not that uncomfortable, I don't mind that. And these Clexane injections, these are blood thinning injections, these are the needles. Have to do that at 6 o'clock every evening. And that little bit at the end there is a shield which protects someone else. It is after you've used it, it clicks out and protects someone from stabbing themselves. Just a little tip that I've found if you're using this, because you have to pinch a sort of try and find somewhere around your stomach where you can find a pinch an inch sort of thing, and then you stab it in like that, and then you push down the plunger until the end. Now, when I was in hospital, they carried on pushing until this protector came out. And I've been doing that at home, trying to, but I've had to put so much pressure into pushing it to make that thing come out that it's actually quite painful. You don't need to do that. As long as all the liquid's gone into your body, then you can take the syringe out and then push the plunger down, which clicks out the protection. I find that a better method because it's less painful, but you're still getting the same effects of the anticoagulant to stop the blood clots, because it's essentially a blood thinner. Anyway, what else? Yeah, no heavy lifting. So whilst I'm doing my walking, which is good, I'm not doing any heavy lifting because I'm very conscious of my stomach wall lining being weak, and I need to protect that from hernia. I don't want one of those. Of course, Helen won't let me even lift a finger, let alone heavy lifting. She's looking after me so well. He even gave me a little bell to ring if I needed. I haven't had the audacity to ring that yet. I'm more likely to wear it around my neck at some point if I go out in public, I think. But I think the feeding that she's doing for me is really helping, because my weight, yes, it dipped off significantly, but it's now just creeping up slowly. The only thing I'm finding is that the diet, which is my low fibre diet, of course, it doesn't need to be high fat. It doesn't go hand in hand, does it? Because I've been eating a lot of things like cake and chocolatey sort of fudge type things, and you can only have so much of that. You start to feel a bit nauseous, don't you? And I actually think I need to focus more on more carbohydrates and pasta and things like that, and less on the high fat stuff, especially high sugar stuff, particularly, especially as I'm concerned about my cholesterol. I don't want to end up with diabetes or something as a result of this by having a ridiculous diet. So there's a balance to be found there somewhere, but I'm trying to find that at the moment, and that is also sort of contributing to the output into the ileostomy bag, into the stoma, from the stoma, which has been a bit up and down. Initially it was very liquidy and too much. It was like getting on for it was 1.3 litres in a day, which is too high. They want it under a litre. I've got it down now to sort of around a litre or something like that. And it's a lot thicker. It's much more porridge consistency. Graphic again, I know, but it's I think that's what they're after, a sort of a porridge, not liquid. And important obviously to stay hydrated too, not drink pure water but something like squash or a sports type drink. And my weight is it's still something like half a stone less than when I went into hospital, but I think I'm sort of slowly going in the right direction with that. I wrote a note to the doctor, actually, my doctor, because it really has dawned on me that I feel almost like my the reason I'm here now and able to sort of have such a positive future is that I did not have piles when I went to the doctor with the blood in my poo. Now the doctor checked me over and said, well, you don't have piles, and then referred me for the colonoscopy. After the blood sample, the stool sample showed that I had significant blood in the poo, and then I got the colonoscopy, and the rest is history. I still think if I had piles and I had gone to the doctor and said I've got some blood in my poo, I think they may have just written it off as piles. So I consider myself really lucky that I didn't have piles at the time. And well, luckily I never had piles really. So that's nice. What else? Okay, well, so next steps. Yes, I'm going back to see my surgeon friend with the big hands, Mr. Kostadinov. I'm going to see him on Monday at his clinic. He's asked to see me there. So I'm going to go in there, and maybe, I don't know if I'm going to find out the pathology reports on all the bad stuff they took out of me. I'll let you know. The next thing is on Tuesday. That's when the ERAS team are coming to change or remove, hopefully, the dressings from me completely, so I will simply then be left with my ileostomy bag and everything else will look normal. And then the next step is I'm waiting for Dr. Harris, who's my oncology doctor at Guy's, the Guy's Cancer Unit. I have an appointment with her on the 1st of March, and that is to sign consent forms to then trigger the next phase of my treatment, which is 3 months of chemotherapy. I'm trying to bring that appointment from the 1st of March forward a bit because I just want to get on with this now. The sooner I get on with it, the better. But at the moment, yeah, it's the 1st of March. So those are the next steps for me. I'm looking forward to spending a lovely day watching the Winter Olympics, which is all kicked off now. So I love watching a bit of sport, and especially the Six Nations today. England playing Scotland. We're the underdogs. Obviously, I'll be rooting for us to win that. And so, yeah, it's all good. And I'm doing well. And thank you for your ongoing support. And I'll wish you well. Take care. Bye.